Yeah.
Let's move on to your Chicago White Sox, which keep getting into the news somehow.
Speaking of 0-2, they're 0-7 and they haven't even had a first pitch yet in the real season. There's a few tidbits I wanted to cover very quickly. For those of you who are regular listeners, you may remember I was in a bit of a panic on the last show because there was no news of what was going on with Justin Ishbia and Ishbia,
I remember.
sorry. And did they accept his bid and whatnot? And not but less than 24 hours later, I get a text from Smitty as an article broke that mostly everyone had accepted his offer. Since then, there's been one other article published that said the offers were accepted. The part I did find interesting was the people who didn't accept their offers look like their shares were getting dissolved, according to that article. So that means he would probably have full controlling interest of.
Okay, I read that differently. I read that they were not. I think the term is diluted.
Diluted. That's what I mean. Yeah.
And I read it the opposite. I thought they said they were not getting diluted.
They're not getting diluted. Okay, sorry. I misread that.
So they're holding on to it just because they think the franchise value is going to continue to grow. But I think
to grow.
Well, it's been growing. That's the craziest thing about baseball. As bad as the White Sox are, their franchise value is still increasing all the time. So I think it does point to that Ishbia is going to have a controlling interest sooner than later. And you said it was up to Major League Baseball approval at this point? Or
yeah. And there's no timetable for that. They just have to sign off on it. I don't see them not signing off on it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, the whole timetable seems confusing. I think it just comes down to whenever Jerry actually passes is when the trigger gets pulled. But that's a theory, I guess.
I don't see what would take any time for them, though, to sign off on him having minority control of the organization.
That sounds like an oxymoron. How do you have minority control?
So there's so the shares that he bought into were the shares of the minority owners who are not on the board. So he would control that.
Oh my God.
Basically almost like that entire, whatever it is, probably 40%, 40% or 49%. And my guess is it's like probably 49% and 51% is controlled by the board, the board of death of God's waiting room board.
And then upon Jerry's death, the Reinsdorf family would sell the rest to Ishbia, and then he would have majority.
Exactly.
I'm putting the pieces together. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
There's like a fucking Succession episode.
Yeah, Sox-cession. That was the graphic.
Yeah, exactly. But so he'll have most likely 49 or whoever is hanging out, like maybe 47% control of the White Sox. So I just hope, even being control of the minority share group, that he does get a seat on that board. But we'll see what happens.
They'll all be dead soon anyway. So.
Word Hole Media.